Just looking back on the past year, what have been the highlights of the 2016-17 school year for the district?
Oh wow, there's so many of them. The things that I really reflect on at this time of year are the fantastic accomplishments of our students, and as many of our seniors take a look at choosing a college to attend and scholarships that come rolling in for them, it's exciting for us. It's exciting for us to watch our graduates move on in their life and careers that they hope to have successful jobs with. In addition to that, things like the Veterans Day Assembly is always a favorite of mine. We engage the community and most importantly our veterans in celebrating that day with us here at school. With the younger kids, it's the some of the things that we make significant investments in, such as a new math program that we're running in our K6 program, and seeing that come to fruition and seeing the kids progress year in and year out with that learning and a new way of learning math. It's really exciting stuff.
Now, Mr. Carpy was in here earlier today, and he explained how the board and the district all works as a team together. So when would you say this team really starts to look at the budget for the next year?
They really never stop. The budget is an ongoing process. It's not something with a definitive end date and begin date. It really never stops. We evaluate it throughout the year. It's just different phases of it. Our instructional staff, including our building level administrators, begin in October developing the budget for the upcoming school year. However, Mr. Karpik, our business administrator, his staff, and myself, along with the Board of Education, we're constantly reviewing and making adjustments to that throughout the year.
And on the ballot, there's 4 propositions this year. So in forming those propositions, what are your ultimate goal?
Well, the 4 propositions that are on the ballot this year, 3 of which are above and beyond the request to adopt the budget so that we can function next year. Those are long-term financial planning pieces. The bus reserves, we've been on a pretty steady bus replacement schedule with our transportation department, which allows us to have up-to-date and buses that are usually covered under warranty. We usually drive those buses for 10 years or 100,000 miles before we rotate those out. We have on the proposition or on the ballot a request to establish an $8 million capital reserve fund to allow us to continue the work that we began with Renovations 2014 of updating our buildings and our infrastructure for our students to protect the buildings. And the third additional referendum or our piece that we have up for consideration for our community is another reserve which will allow us to purchase some equipment for our buildings and grounds.
Okay. Now, this whole broadcast at our Wax News team, we're dedicating it to the budget, just to give the community a better idea of what exactly they're voting on. So why would you say that's a significant thing for the school to do?
The voting on the budget?
And the Wax News team presenting the budget.
Oh, the Wax News. Well, I think anytime we can get out there in a different form, it's not my voice, it's not Mr. Karpik's voice, it's not the Board of Education, it's our students' voice. And our students, you guys have been kind enough to take all of the information and take a look at it and formulate your own opinions and decipher the numbers. And you're presenting it in a much different fashion than we are. We have formal things that we have to do with the budget hearing. Mr. Karpik, myself, and some board members also visit with local community groups to present the budget. But I think it's wonderful that you and your cast are able to take a look at this and formulate your own opinions and report it out.
Is there anything else you'd like to add about the budget or the district as a whole this year, going into next year?
It's a good time of year. It's a great time of year. It's exciting for, like I had mentioned earlier, our seniors. It's part of our normal operating procedures in the course of a year, as it is with all public schools in New York State. We're going to come up to a May 16th budget vote. We're very happy that we're able to keep all of our programs intact, even enhance a few of our programs, enhance some other things of our schools, including the additional time for a school resource officer, and keep our tax levy at 0. So it's exciting times. This year also will be the first year that we'll have some added expense because of Renovations 2014. However, on the other side of that, there's added revenues, so it's balanced. So we receive additional building aid this year to offset the debt service that we're assuming with Renovations 2014.
All right. Well, sounds good. Thanks for coming down.
Thanks.